YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
The stage is set for the semifinal. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newport, New Hampshire. I'm Berkeley Stevens, and you're watching Yankee Cable Network's coverage of the Division IV tournament. This semifinal is between the #1 undefeated Newport Tigers and the #4 Bishop Brady Green Giants. The winner will go on to play the #2 seed Somersworth in the state championship next Saturday at Laconia High School. And we're nearly set to begin here, so sit back, relax. Opening kickoff will be right after this short break.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Baba's award-winning chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Baba's Bar and Grill. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. And North Cape Design Build. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
This one is kicked away. Bishop Brady receives this one. Seamus McIntyre with the first carry of the game on special teams, stopped just before the 30.
Steps up, sings the national anthem, flies down the far side of the field and making the big hit on the opening kickoff.
Aiden Cowett there with a tackle for the Tigers on special teams. He did just sing the national anthem. And the last time we were here when the Tigers played Franklin, Cowett sang the anthem, then nearly returned a kick for a touchdown and ended up scoring the opening touchdown of the game. So as long as they can find a way for Cowett to sing the anthem in the state championship, if they get that far, the Tigers should be coming out hot. Bishop Brady met Newport once this season, back on October 7th. They lost 35-0. Starting this drive here, just around the 30. Todd Shepard takes the snap. The left-handed quarterback fires one to the far side. It's caught by Seamus McIntyre. And he's tackled right around the 35. Here's one more look. First play of the drive here for the Green Giants. Pass play to the far side of the field. Finding McIntyre in some space, connecting for 5 yards. Shepard in the shotgun, ready to take the second snap, looking down the field to the near side. Stop made by the Tigers. Strong defense there by Kobe Curtis to break up the pass.
Kobe Curtis on the far side, disrupting that play. Green Giants third down and 6-2.
Take another look at 23. Center your screen has an excellent read on this play, hangs back a half step, makes the hit. Kills that second down chance. Third down and 6 now. Shepard takes the snap, looking down the middle of the field, in some trouble, has to scramble and hang on. The ball is loose. The Tigers pick it up, and they've got possession within the 30 in Bishop Brady territory. One more look, you can see Shepard knows he's in trouble right here. Cowett gets loose off his guard and the scramble continues. Shepard does his best to try and hang on to this one, but it's stripped away. Tigers recover, now they're set to start this drive on the 34. No, looks like this is the Bishop Brady Green Giants still with the ball. I guess that wasn't a fumble, just a sack. They called him down before it came loose. The punt is off, a fair catch is made just beyond midfield. That's where the Tigers will start from. Looked a bit on the replay like there's no way his knee was down before that ball popped out. I'm not sure how that wasn't a fumble.
New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school
Can't go back, you can only go forward. The Tigers will try and go forward 53 yards to take this one to the house. They'll start this drive on their own 47. Tigers coming up to the line. DePaula takes the snap, hands it off to Kyle Ashley, trying to trudge through the near side. He crashes through for around 6 yards. Tyson DePaula quarterbacking that last play. Not a quarterback we're used to seeing for Newport here. As he hands this one off to Kyle Ashley. Some nice blocking on this near side of the offensive line. That's what makes the Tigers' running game so good. Their O-line is strong. They fight hard. Now at Bishop Brady's 47 with 3 yards to go on second down. Paula takes the snap, pitches it over to Ashley, who chooses the far side this time. He's got the first down, looking for more. Taken down around the 38.
Ashley's carried good for 9, and the Tigers first down. Hey, let's go.
One more look at the pitch over to Kyle Ashley. The season leader in rushing yards for Division IV, ended the regular season with 671 rushing yards. Pace on Shepard for Somersworth was second to him with 629, but Shepard actually scored 3 touchdowns last night and became a 1,000-yard rusher for Somersworth this season. DePaula takes a snap, scrambling toward the near side, chased by a handful of members of Bishop Brady, but he's able to make his way to the sideline for around a gain of 7 or 8. DePaula under stress that entire play, but was able to scamper free. Jason Doyle there for Bishop Brady had a good chance at that initial stop, but DePaula got loose, kept his feet in bounds on this sideline, and now it's second down with just a yard to go. DePaula under center. Another handoff to Ashley. He's punched through the far side. Has some yards to gain here. Wrapped up by 3 Green Giants. And he will be brought down, but the first down has been converted. Tigers trudge on. Ashley's 3rd carry of the game, a big one again. Gets the Tigers within the red zone. First down and 18. DePaula under center, Kyle Ashley behind him. Strong side on the far side of the field, motion on the play, cuts through, and there is going to be a flag on it. Green Giants jumping the gun. 5-yard penalty. The Tigers will pick it up on the 13 with 5 yards to go for a first. DePaula takes a snap, hands it off to Ashley, tries to muscle his way through the far side again. Not as successful that time. Still picked up a couple big yards for the Tigers though. Threatening to score a touchdown on their opening drive. Look at Kyle Ashley just barreling his way through any linebacker that stands in his path.
44 to play in the first. Clock lines, 1st and goal, Tigers.
DePaula under center once again, hands it off to Ashley, choosing the near side of the field, and the Green Giants on a big stop. Their backs against the wall near their own end zone.
2nd and goal going to be at the 4-yard line, 3-yard line.
One more look here. Newport Tigers love this running game, especially using Kyle Ashley a ton. I'm wondering if they're able to get an early lead if they keep Ashley sidelined so they can certainly have him for the game against Somersworth. That was just a 2-point game when they played in the regular season. So the Tigers will need to go into it healthy. Another handoff to Ashley, barreling his way through. And he's in just over the end zone. Tigers 6, Bishop Brady 0. Kyle Ashley touchdown, Mr. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Worked hard on that first drive for Newport. Comes up with a 6-point reward. Tigers attempting the extra point. Beautiful kick straight through the uprights. Tanier Fournier makes it 7-0 Newport. One more look at the touchdown, and you can tell why he led all of Division IV in rushing yards. Strong legs and not afraid of hard contact. Fights for every inch on the field.
As always, we play out to Newport after every first touchdown. Mr. Lovely for always supporting me with that.
Special teams getting out there for the kick. The Tigers will boot it back down toward Bishop Brady. We'd like to thank our great lineup of sponsors for their fantastic support. That's Echo Communications, HR Clough, Kearsarge Heating, Barton Insurance, La Valley Middleton Building Supply, Bubba's Bar and Grill, and North Cape Design Build. Fournier's ready to send this one away. Laces one with that left foot down farther than his previous kick. Todd Shepard had to backpedal to corral that one. He's tackled hard. The Tigers full of life in this semifinal so far. It's Aiden Coward again with the tackle. Had the tackle on the opening kickoff as well. And what a boot from Tanier Fournier. making Todd Shepard the furthest man back for Bishop Brady. Drop back 10 yards just to make the catch. Coward only a sophomore for this Newport team. Head coach John Proper loves it. He's going to be a part of this core for the next couple of years. The Tigers have just rolled through a dynasty's worth of quality Division IV players. Run here from Shepard, stopped on the far side. Wrapped up and brought down. Short gain on the play, maybe just a couple yards. One more look at Shepard's run. Had some nice initial blocking. It just seemed like one man got through the ranks.
Coca-Cola, our friends at Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast.
This was where the season ended last year for Bishop Brady. They met the Tigers in the semifinal and lost that game here in Newport. The Tigers last season panned out pretty well, undefeated going into the state championship and then losing to Somersworth. They were hungry for vengeance and they're meeting against Somersworth this regular season, beating them, building some confidence, likely going to see them in the state championship game, but nothing's decided yet.
Penalty here, gonna back Bishop Brady up. Repeat the down, still gonna be second down.
Second down here, 12 to go after the penalty on Bishop Brady. Shepard gets the play from the sideline, heads back into the huddle.
Second down, 12. Ball on the 18.
Bishop Brady does have a nice football program. They've got 9 state championships, winning their first in 1970 and their most recent in 2006. That was a back-to-back year for the Green Giants, also winning in 05. Shepard takes the snap, hurls one out of the shotgun, connects, it's caught downfield. What a beautiful play. Seamus McIntyre reels it in above his head.
Seamus McIntyre. High balls to catch there.
Here's one more look. Shepard with a gorgeous pass, too. Eyes down the field looking for McIntyre all the way. Heaves a perfect spiral into double coverage, a small window, and McIntyre leaps up to make the grab.
Just on the 45.
Strong response here from the Green Giants.
Catch was inbounds.
First drive did not go well for them. Tigers scored on their first. Bishop Brady knows what's at stake here. Short pass over to Shepard on the near side. No gain on that play. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. See that Bishop Brady, they love to run this formation where Shepard is threatening to pass. Tons of options outside. Tigers have a very different offensive scheme for the most part. Cowett makes another great tackle. Sophomore works so hard on defense for this Newport team. Second down and 10, ball on the Bishop Brady 45. Motion on the play, they pitch this one to Ian Miller. Miller switches direction now, trying to cut through the middle. Made his way beyond the line of scrimmage around 3 yards, but he was stopped. Third down and 7 coming up. Miller's first carry of the game, did a great job there evading Kyle Ashley. Would have been a loss on the play. Crafty footwork though from Miller kept that one alive. Third down and 7, ball on the 48. We've got Ian Miller now acting as the quarterback. Takes this one out of the shotgun formation. Looks to his left, the ball is loose. The Tigers have jumped on it. This one is certainly a fumble.
Tiger ball. Turnover on the play.
Well, if there was any doubt about the first one, there is none about this.
Good start.
Here's one more look at this play. Miller had to field that low snap, popped his head up and was already in trouble. On the blind side, you could see the tackle was enough to pop that one loose.
Northwest Designs, Inc.
I believe it was Andrew Chartier that was able to strip that one loose from Miller. Now the Tigers have possession back, first down and 10 from the Green Giant 40. You can watch our Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the region. A new show premieres every Thursday, and we have a piece at halftime on the Philbrook Crescenti Bog in New London for you. And one of our underwriters today is Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newbury Harbor. With over 16 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service, their mission is to deliver a remarkable experience to every guest. And stay tuned at the end of the telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game for the competitor that had the greatest impact on today's semifinal. Now we've got Aaron Fellows acting as the Newport quarterback, leads the team in passing yards with 195 on the regular season. He'll hand one off to Ashley, who has successfully punched through the offensive and defensive lines. Gain of around 7 or 8. First carry of this drive for Ashley. One more look. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see that offensive line for Newport just bulldozes a path every single time, making a pretty good sized pocket for Ashley to get through. There's only been really 2 instances where the offensive line hasn't made plenty of room for Ashley. Fellows again, the quarterback under center. He'll hand this one off to Urista, his first carry of the game. Good for the first down, barrels his way through contact, finding the extra yards. And it's a 12-yard carry for Urista. That's Kobe Curtis, excuse me. Number 23 for the Tigers. Excellent job there by Curtis, dropping the shoulder into Shepard, picking up 3 extra yards because of it. Hey, come here. Chase, come here. Go, Andrew! First and 10, ball on the 19. Fellows takes the snap, hands this one off to Urista. Short gain on the play here for the Tigers, maybe 3 or 4 yards on Urista's first carry.
6 on that play. Second down and 4.
I've mentioned this in our other Newport games. Urista's never carried one to the side of the offensive line. He's the power running back, always goes straight through the middle. The kid's got a ton of heart and grit. He knows his job on the team is to just take a beating. But he doesn't. He's always successful. Fellows hangs on to this one. Looks down the near side of the field. It's caught. And it's in. Another Tiger touchdown. They catch Bishop Brady by surprise. Aaron Fellows to Christian Forsythe. 13-0, Newport lead early on. Fellows kind of pump faking that first pass. Waited the extra half second where Forsythe made him a bigger window to throw through. And now Fournier here for the extra point attempt. Boots it through the uprights again, and it's 14-0, Tigers lead. 1:13 to play in the first quarter. Here's one more look. You can see that Forsythe had just broken loose on that right side of your screen. leaping up to make the catch. Guarded well, tough catch to make, especially on a cold day like today. This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply. With 12 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire, they have a great 10% off deal for high-quality Marvin windows. You can learn more at lavalleys.com. And check out Echo Communications for all of your printing and mailing needs. They're the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. Fournier again powerfully boots one far down the field. Todd Shepard is back there to play the hop. Tries to scramble his way up to the 20. Not sure if he got that far. Who else but Aiden Coward on special teams? Green Giants are going to learn on one of these kickoffs. Start farther back, catch it in stride, because Fournier is just blasting it over their heads. They've got to start all these returns on the back foot. Can't escape Aiden Coward unless you start with some speed. Shepard ready under center, takes the snap. Tries to go with a handoff, but he's sacked. The Tigers collapsing. Caden Decato. His first tackle of the game is a big one. Sack. Maybe a loss of 1. Shepard was able to shuffle up back to the line of scrimmage, it seems. Second down and 11. 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Shepard in the pistol, 4 options outside. And it will be Bishop Brady taking their timeout, 20 seconds to play in their quarter. They avoid that delay of game.
Final Forms is a proud sponsor of the NHIAA. Final Forms.
Like I said, folks, you can find the latest YCN schedule every week on page 3 of the Kearsarge Shopper. Our next live game kicks off basketball season for us. It's boys and girls varsity basketball. The Lakers of Sunapee will tip off their season on December 12th, with the first game tipping off at 4:54 p.m. against Mount Royal. You can watch it right here at ycnnow.com by clicking on the live games and events icon, or on TDS TV 13, 1013, and NCTV 8 on your local channels. Today's coverage is also being provided in part by Barton Insurance Agency, where they work for you and not the big insurance companies. They know how to serve your personal insurance needs. After the timeout, 20 seconds remain here in quarter number 1. Newport leading over Bishop Brady 14-0, thanks to touchdowns by Kyle Ashley and most recently by Christian Forsyth. Shepard takes the snap, bolts through the middle. Kyle Ashley is there to wrap him up, but Shepard fights for a few extra yards. Bishop Brady closing down the first quarter with some heart, as Shepard goes to the sideline to get the play, but the clock will tick down. And after 1 quarter of football, Newport lead 14-0 over Bishop Brady. We'll be back in just a minute with quarter 2.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
And welcome back, everyone. About to start the second quarter between Newport and Bishop Brady for the state semifinal for Division 4. Tigers are undefeated, and they've just been on a tear the entire season. After losing in the championship game to Somersworth last year, this team knows 2023 should be their year. They want it written down. Bishop Brady resumes this drive here, third down with just a yard to go. After a nice quarterback keeper by Todd Shepard, got them close to the mark. Shepard in the pistol, ready to take the snap with one back behind him. No receivers outside. High snap, bobbled a bit by Shepard. Trouble on the play, and the Tigers collapse on it again. Blake Ploss breaks his way through the line. Looks like that was 54, not 14. Polari comes through. That brings up fourth down for Bishop Brady. It all started on the high snap. Green Giants wanted to hand that one off to Ian Miller again for a short yard rushing play, but Polari had other plans. Green Giants going forward here. Ian Miller acting as the quarterback. 5 options outside. Wants to keep this one and scramble through. Hit hard. Kyle Ashley comes in. And that'll kill that Bishop Brady drive. There's a flag on the play. Could be on the Tigers. We'll see. Penalty was on Kyle Ashley on that tackle. Probably see it on this replay. Trying to go low. Miller shorter than Ashley. Also down there, and Ashley dropped his head here. You can see a piece of plastic comes flying off.
Ball's going to be on the 37-yard line. First and 10, Green Giants.
So Bishop Brady still has this drive alive. It'll be first and 10 from their own 37 following the penalty. Ian Miller still acting as the quarterback. His helmet has a battle scar on it now. Clean snap finds Miller. He'll heave one downfield for Shepard. It's caught. Shepard turns, tries to find more space. Taken down near the Tigers' 38. And Bishop Brady full of steam on this drive. Really good job here by Miller, seeing the pressure, releasing a clean pass. You see so many of those wobble through the air like a wounded duck. But Miller, after just being hit hard, passed that one off extremely calmly, connected with Shepard, who fought for a few extra yards. Great overall football play there by Bishop Brady. Miller will stay the quarterback here. This time in the shotgun. Looks toward the near side of the field, connects with Shepard again, breaks 2 tackles, finally wrapped up and brought down. Logan Ash comes crashing into the play, but Shepard knows, job well done. Back-to-back plays. This play moves the chains again. Another first down for Bishop Brady. Heck of a piece of work here by Todd Shepard, too, to break those first 2 tackles. Miller, the quarterback, Shepard acting as a tight end on this near side. Miller keeps this one, finds a pocket through the middle. He's already picked up the first. Bishop Brady, where did this come from?
Is up the middle for a big gain.
They have figured something out. Working their way with passes outside, opens up this pocket for Miller, and he bolts through the center.
First and 10 on the 13. Green Giants still can get another first down on this drive.
Great play calling here from Bishop Brady. Back-to-back plays, chewing up 65 yards of the field, following some momentum gained off a costly Tigers penalty. Now it's first and 10 with the ball on the 13. Shepard, the quarterback here, motion comes through the play. Shepard hangs on, still hangs on, has to loft this one down toward the sideline just to get rid of it, as the Tigers finally come up with a stop on a play.
Clock's off there, 9:05 to play.
Line can hold up.
Convenient MD. Injuries and illnesses don't have appointments, so neither should you. Convenient MD is ready for whatever brings you in. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days of the week, no appointment needed. With over 30 locations in the region, expect care for both kids and adults.
Bishop Brady comes into this game as the 4 seed. Only 4 teams make the playoffs for Division 4. They're in this game because they lucked out on a 3-way tiebreaker between Franklin and Mascoma. They did lose to Mascoma, but they beat Franklin in their final regular season game as Miller takes this snap and heaves one down toward the near side corner. Into the end zone is Shepard. He'll reel it in for a Bishop Brady touchdown. And Bishop Brady have figured something out with 8:57 to play in the first half.
Bishop Brady gonna get on the board.
Miller to Shepard. Link up again. Shepard under no stress with that reception. McIntyre here to attempt the extra point. Crushes that with the right foot straight through the uprights. And we've got ourselves a 1-touchdown game. Tigers still leading over the Green Giants 14-7.
Just gotta go toe-to-toe. That's it.
But what a great drive by the Green Giants.
Have to run this.
Ian Miller
They are very good on that. Yep.
with a slew of great passes to that man down there, Todd Shepard. That drive was nearly ended all the way back on the Green Giants 30. Kyle Ashley committed a helmet-to-helmet hit, kept the Green Giants drive alive, and they made the Tigers pay.
Let's go, Todd.
McIntyre sends this one downfield. Coward elects to let it just bounce straight through the end zone
Nice hang time.
for a touchback. Nice power on the kick there by McIntyre to put the Tigers pretty difficult spot to start this drive.
20-yard line.
They had a flyover last year.
We'll see how the Tigers respond. Perfect on their first 2 drives. Yet to be kept out of the end zone by these Green Giants. But now they've got a lot of field to cover. Aaron Fellows, the quarterback, under center. Motion comes through the play. Fellows hangs on to this one. Quick handoff to Kyle Ashley. Couple of yards gained. That'll bring up second down and 8.
Gonna be second down.
Offensive line with help from Urista. Pretty good job blocking on that near side. Just Green Giants had the extra man in on the play. Kyle Ashley couldn't get by. He's not afraid to try and go through, as we've seen time and time again. Fellows ready for the next snap, 2nd down and 8. He'll take this one, hand it off to Ashley, who this time tries to switch field and is stopped in his tracks. Talon Perkins with the tackle, his first of the game. One more look, you can see Perkins able to get off his guard just at the last second. He was locked up with Gabe Howe. Shoved off Howe right as Kyle Ashley was half a step by him, but still able to dive back in for the tackle and make the stop. Tigers calling a timeout here on 3rd and long. As for once in this game, their offense seems to be scratching their heads. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning, and their Muddy Paws Pet Wash and Auto Bath Car Wash. Barton Insurance Agency supports you and your community. Ben says one size fits all just does not apply to insurance, which is why every client gets Barton Insurance's individual attention. And additional support for the game of the week is being provided by North Cape Design Build. And if you or your business would like to support our programming, please contact us at info@ycnnow.com. 3rd down and 9. Tigers will pick this one up on their own 21-yard line, not having gained much on this drive. Kyle Ashley now the quarterback. He'll keep this one himself, and with a head full of steam, spins off one tackle and crashes through the second. Good enough for a Tigers first down.
Ashley's carry's good for 10 and another Tigers first down.
Everyone on Newport understood the assignment. Kyle Ashley acting as the quarterback, keeping this all the way. Great blocking by Urista and Howe. Just enough space for Ashley to run it up 10 yards and get the first down by just a yard. Fellows resumes his quarterback under center. Fakes the handoff to Ashley, ends up giving this one to Kobe Curtis. And the trickery is good for 9 yards.
Kobe Curtis with a ball.
It'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up.
His way for a 9-yard carry.
See if you can keep track of 23, gets the handoff right there.
40 yards.
Everyone thought it was going to Ashley. When Ashley didn't have it, they thought Fellows had kept it.
Tigers still in the lead, 14-7. First round action.
This Tigers running game can just hit you so many different ways. They've got those reliable weapons who you think are always going to get the carry, and then they've got guys like Curtis and Urista. Fellows himself can hang on to it.
Been blessed with good weather all year here.
Fellows hands this one off to Urista, punching straight up the gut, past midfield, taken down at the Bishop Brady 47. Good for another Tigers first down.
Hot chocolate and coffee.
Like I said on their last drive, you'll never see him run it outside the defensive line. He always just barrels his way straight through the middle. Calls all challengers.
To the 47-yard line inside Green Giant territory.
5 minutes, 40 seconds to play here in the first half. It's a 7-point game in the semifinal. Everything we'd hoped it'd be so far. Bishop Brady are coming off a beautiful offensive drive, and the Tigers are trying to answer. Howe motions to the far side. Fellows pitches it over to Ashley. Howe is there to set a block, and Kyle Ashley gets loose for 8 yards.
Ashley now met by a wave of defenders.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 1. Here's another look. Looked like it was Aiden Cowett with most of the heavy lifting on blocking duty.
Down one. Tigers driving the ball down here. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
Second down and 1. Tigers playing their short game. They hand it off to Ashley. Gets past the first down marker. And the Tigers keep marching down.
Luke Jackson, number 55, with the stop. Until Ashley picks up another Tigers first down.
There's only one real way to describe what it must be like to play against this Tigers offense, and that is just that they are menacing. Even if your offense has a picture-perfect drive like Bishop Brady just had, you feel like you have some momentum. The Tigers just run it down the field 3 yards at a time, and it just feels like you can never stop them. There was one chance where it was 3rd and 9, and then Kyle Ashley picked up a 10-yard carry. Keeps this drive going, inching their way down the field. Fellows takes the snap, hands this one off. It looks like Urista with the carry. He'll power his way 4 yards through the middle. That was Kobe Curtis with the carry through the middle, actually. One more look at Kobe Curtis crashing through before being brought down. Luke Jackson there for the Green Giants with the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Somersworth played Raymond in the semifinal, the other semifinal. Somersworth won 28-8. Like I said earlier on in the first quarter, senior Tayshawn Shepard scored 3 touchdowns and broke the 1,000-yard rushing threshold this season. After the regular season, he had just 630. Just a monster game from Shepard and Somersworth, finding their way in the state championship for back-to-back years. Somersworth won it all back in 2022.
Get me the ball! Let's go, defense! Stop them!
Second down, 6 yards to go. Tigers have this on the 30. Fellows takes the snap, tosses one back to Kyle Ashley, and he'll leap through on that far side of the field. It's going to be close, but once again, over that first down marker by half a foot. Kyle Ashley picks up another Tigers first down. Nice first handoff fake by Fellows, drew in those middle linebackers. About a bit of room for Ashley. 1st and 10, ball on the 23. Fellows takes the snap, hands it off to Curtis, tries to stiff arm his way past one tackle, no gain on this play. Brings up 2nd down. Fellows with the handoff. Saw Logan Ash there for the Tigers, just bulldozing through the Green Giants, trying to make space, but just outnumbered. Giants making that stop. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Now Fellows in the shotgun formation. He'll hang on to this one. Looks up the middle, and it's picked off. Who else but Shepard? It's always Shepard. Bishop Brady, for the first time this game, have stopped the Tigers offense with a big pick here. Pushed up against their own end zone. Fellows trying to go through the middle to Forsyth. The two linked up on a touchdown earlier this game. Shepard read it so well up the middle. Perfect spot. Now Bishop Brady need to make their way down the field in a hurry, starting all the way back on their own 10. They'll try and tie this one up before halftime. It is Ian Miller again, quarterbacking this Green Giants offense. He takes the snap, has to scramble immediately. He'll be stopped in his tracks, maybe even a loss of one.
Logan Ash, welcome back, sir. Making the stop.
One more look, Logan Ash, number 58, gets the sack here for Newport. Third sack of the game for the Tigers. A minute 45 to play, clock ticking down fast here for Bishop Brady and their fans. Anxiously awaiting this drive, hoping their team can tie it up before halftime. A few hundred people in attendance. Everyone knows that the Tigers are the undefeated juggernauts of Division IV. Delay of game here called on the offense. That'll march them back 5 yards.
Back him up here. We call this Aiden Coward territory. Let that man
And now the Green Giants have to worry about that safety. Certainly in play here, they'll be taking this snap, I believe from the 3, maybe the 4. Not where you want to be. Second down and 16. Shepard back, acting as the quarterback. The Tigers come charging. Shepard tries to bolt free through the middle. He is put down. Caden DeCato in on the tackle. Newport's responding to this interception about as well as they possibly can. Third down and 16 coming up. DeCato was wrapped up and just seemed not to care.
Army National Guard. The New Hampshire Army National Guard is proud to support
Practically fell on Shepard trying to squeak his way by that defensive line.
today. Members of the Army
Only 80 seconds left to play here in the half. Bishop Brady has got their backs against their own end zone with 16 yards to go.
Visit
If they want to convert here on third down.
/New Hampshire. And as always, thank you to all men and women currently
Today's coverage being brought to you in part by LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. They celebrate over 60 years of serving you locally from 12 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Time for Bishop Brady to test their mettle. Third down and 16. Miller takes the snap. Winds one through the middle of the field and connects. It's not enough for the first down as McIntyre reels it in. It'll be fourth down and maybe 2 coming up. One more look. Shepard firing this pass through to McIntyre. Kyle Ashley there to play the tackle and bring him down fast. The timeout taken here as the game plan gets drawn up on 4th and short. Bishop Brady likely going to go for this. High risk, high reward. If they turn this one over on downs, within 20 yards, the Tigers can almost certainly use what little time is left to take it to the house or at least put 3 points up on the board. Bishop Brady absolutely need this first down. Tigers sending their punting unit out there, and it looks like that is going to be the plan here for Bishop Brady as well. Still on the fence if there's something tricky up the Green Giants' sleeves here. McIntyre gets the snap, and he will punt this one downfield. Forsyth with a little bit of a bobble there. Not able to catch that one in stride. Gets down to the 38. Pretty good field positioning. A minute 12 to play, or a minute 2 seconds to play, excuse me.
They're going to be set up here. here on the 39-yard line. Already inside.
Almost a dangerous play. Ian Miller was not far away. When that punt return was bobbled, Ian Miller was maybe 2 strides away from being able to just dive on that.
Let's go, D.
First down and 10, a minute to play. Here in the first half, Kyle Ashley, the quarterback, he'll hang on to this one. Looks down for Coward. Coward had it in the breadbasket and bobbled it incomplete. Picture perfect pass. Coward's had a great game, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Wanted to link up so badly with Kyle Ashley there. Just a bullet of a pass, hard to handle. Coward couldn't get a grip on it. Brings up 2nd and 10. Ashley still the quarterback here for the Tigers. High snap, Kyle Ashley's looking toward the near side of the field. Could be an interception, no, just an incomplete. Another pass broken up beautifully, and Luke Jackson was so close to getting to this ball as it was popped up high in the air. Look at this. The ball just pops up so high. Luke Jackson had so much hope in his eyes. 3rd down and 10 for Newport. Ashley still the quarterback. Back in the shotgun formation. He'll hang on to this one as well. Looks toward the middle, fires one down. Coward catches it helmet high, makes his way just beyond the 20, and it's a Tigers first down with 44 seconds to play in the half.
Why did the clock stop?
One more look. Kyle Ashley just had so much time. We've talked about what this line does for the Tigers' running game, but their passing game, it just gives them so much time. Kyle Ashley was looking toward his first option on the far side, then he was looking over toward Aiden Coward on the near side. Finally had some time to rifle one over the middle. And he finds Coward cutting across. 37.9 seconds remain here in the half. Ashley looking left, and he connects. Downfield with DePaula inside the 10. Having some clock troubles here, as you can probably hear the coaches screaming about it. The previous play was a pass that was downed inbounds. The clock should run. It didn't. That happened back-to-back plays. And it's saving Newport timeouts here in a really big spot in the game. You don't want to have anyone come via controversy, but this is definitely favoring the Tigers. 26 seconds on the clock might be a bit generous. Over the last 2 plays, I might bring it all the way down to 20. Still though, 2nd down and goal. They're on the 7. Tigers trying to strike. Kyle Ashley has this one. He'll have to scramble up the middle, breaks his way through 1 tackle into the end zone. Kyle Ashley puts up 6 more. Regardless of any issues with the clock, they still would have had more than enough time to make this play happen. Kyle Ashley with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. This time, quarterback scramble. Breaks 2 tackles near the line. Last ditch effort there by Talon Perkins. But it's 20-7 as Fournier boots the extra point straight through the uprights again. 3 for 3 on the day for him, and it's 21-7. Newport leading over Bishop Brady.
Fournier adds on another one. Tigers in lead, 21-7. 16 seconds left to play.
One more look here, you can see that this was a pass play by design all the way. Actually kind of read the collapse of the defense, found that pocket in the middle, dashed his way over the goal line into the end zone.
Hey, front line, hands ready. Hands ready, front line. You had about 3 people.
Bishop Brady need a huge return here. They've struggled on kick returns so far in this game. A lot of them have been over their head.
Hey, back up, son. Hands.
Fournier strides up and plays this one short, just around the 40. Tigers making the easy tackle there as Caleb Goldstein receives that one, able to get out of bounds. Only 13.5 seconds remain here in the half.
Caleb Goldstein with the catch. Gives Bishop Brady the ball here on the 40.
Nice job there by the Tigers special teams, just trying to place that one into a area of the field where they can consistently outnumber the Green Giants.
Bishop Brady, no timeouts.
Placing the ball right there. There's only going to be 2 members of Bishop Brady ahead of that play, able to block, and immediately there's 6 Newport Tigers on the ball.
Check. Todd, victory.
13.5 seconds left. Shepard's ready to take the snap, some motion on the play. They've got to be careful here to avoid a delay of game. They're getting close. They will take the snap and just elect to knee it down. Flag on the play, stopping the clock. What is the call? Was a delay of game. Bishop Brady is just trying to take us into halftime. That's a whistle we likely could have saved, but I'm sure we're just going to replay the same situation here. Time will tick down going into halftime. Newport lead 21-7 over Bishop Brady. We'll be back with a halftime recap in just a few.
Looking to take it to next weekend in
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Division IV semifinal between Newport and Bishop Brady. It's halftime. The Tigers are leading over the Green Giants 21-7, thanks to 2 touchdowns by Kyle Ashley and a reception touchdown by Christian Forsyth. But Bishop Brady has made this one interesting. Ian Miller and Todd Shepard have pumped them full of life with a great pick and a great passing drive that ended up with a Shepard touchdown to make it a 7-point game. Now they're back to trailing 2 touchdowns. We'll see if they can erase that deficit as we've got the third quarter coming up in around 13 minutes. Stay tuned.
Make space for connection, for understanding, for learning more every day. Make space for fun, for laughter, for memories that are filled with joy. Make space for beauty, for wonder, and always brighter days. Make space for life. We partner with Marvin to bring you the highest quality windows and doors so you can make space for what matters.
On a beautiful October 3rd day, I think it's almost 80 degrees, we had the chance to head to the, you ready, Philbrook Crescenti Bog. And we found out a lot about this treasure here in New London, New Hampshire, just past Hannaford's, which used to be Crescenti's, strangely enough. So I first spoke with Bob Brown, who is commissioner of the New London Conservation Commission, and found out a lot about the bog.
This is truly a spectacular site. We have a number of conservation trail sites. The Conservation Commission maintains over 32 miles of hiking trail, and some are a walk in the woods, and then some others, like this bog, primarily walkway. It's a short walk to go through both loops, and there's all kinds of things to see.
Now, it is amazing. This is a floating walkway, and a bog is in itself, I mean, we spent all of our time bringing the kids here when they were little, and I was often very scared, thinking they might sink. Can you tell everyone what a bog is?
Well, this is officially a kettle bog. It was formed roughly 10,000 years ago.
10,000?
I wasn't there, so. But, you know, as the story goes, it was during the Ice Age, and it was either a great big rock or a great big piece of ice that made this depression, and it melts, and there's really no inlet or outlet. So, and that's why we have these walkways that are a secure surface to walk on.
For Thanksgiving, we're coming out to Philbrook Crescenti Bog and checking out this beautiful walkway. You know, we haven't been here in a while, and wait till you see the changes.
Welcome back, everyone. Tigers, the undefeated #1 seed Newport Tigers, are leading over Bishop Brady 21-7. McIntyre sends one high to the sky. Cowett plays this one back, bobbles the reception initially, picks it up and scrambles toward the near side at the 20, stumbling here. And he'll end up down just around the 27. There's a flag on the play, far back toward the Tigers' end zone. See what the call is here. It may have been on the receiving team. It was an illegal block in the backfield. They're saying that'll march it back 10 yards from where it would have initially been downed. And I believe that puts the Tigers at their own first and 10 back on the 10.
I guess, from the spot of the foul. Yeah.
First and 10, Tigers, ball on the 11. Their opening drive here in the second half.
First snap is a handoff here, trying to go through the far side. Good for a few yards. It's Gabe Howe's first carry of the game. We've seen Howe get a lot of minutes in every other game this season. Surprised to see his first carry come so late into this one, all the way into the second half. I believe number 37 is Kyle Ashley. I think he had to change jerseys during halftime as he hands another one off to Hal. Hal bobbled that one on the way down, but his knees touched before that one was what would have been fumbled. It's good for a Tigers first down here as they're able to move the chain successfully on those first two plays. Tigers stepping up to the line. Ashley, the quarterback here. We'll take this one and hand off another. I believe it's Howe with the carry once more on the far side. That'll be good for 6 or 7 yards. Gabe Howe working hard here to start this third quarter. Ashley under center. We'll hand this one off. It's a run up the middle. Kobe Curtis. It takes a team, but they bring him down. Not before making his way toward that first down marker. Just by a matter of inches, Curtis is able to muscle his way past this first down marker. Give the Tigers a 1st and 10 on the 40.
First and 10 Tigers. Going to be at the yard line. 9:20 to play here. Tigers opening possession here.
Ashley here in the shotgun. Looks like this could have been a false start on the defense. It is going to be on the defense here. Jason Doyle called for the encroachment penalty. Replay of first down, only 5 yards to go now for the Tigers. Ashley shuffles back, looks down the far side of the field, lofts one up just out of the reach of Adrian Sanchez. Would have been his first reception of the game, nearly caught up to that one. Ashley heaved it high down the field for Sanchez to hopefully catch up to, trying to just get this one far out of the reach of the defender covering. That's Todd Shepard in on that play, already has 1 interception to his name. Second down and 5. Ashley takes the snap, hands one off to Howe. Stopped just by the line of scrimmage. The ball was knocked loose, and Bishop Brady celebrating as if they've got it. Seamus McIntyre recovers the fumble. Number 6, McIntyre here right in the center of your screen. Sees the ball pop loose down near the feet of Howe and pounces on it. First down and 10. Green Giants starting this drive just beyond midfield. They'll pick it up at the Tigers' 47. Still plenty of time here remaining for Bishop Brady to get the job done, chasing after 2 touchdowns. Shepard takes a snap, hands it off to McIntyre. He stopped trying to go up the middle. Brady Minkler with the tackle for the Tigers. One more look, McIntyre gained 3 yards on this rush. Just trying to power his way by.
Don't scare anybody. You're too big and strong.
3 yards is more than enough on a first down. That's what the Newport Tigers do. Run after run, just inching their way down the field. Shepard takes the snap. He'll hang on to this one. Hit hard on the far side. Hangs on the ball, stays on his feet. It's another gain of around 3 or 4.
Shepard with the carry.
One more look here. Shepard just takes the snap and bolts. I believe it was Kyle Ashley coming through. The middle linebacker on that play with the first hit onto Shepard. 3rd down and 2 for the Green Giants. They've got this one on the Tigers' 39. Shepard, the quarterback, with McIntyre supporting. Shepard hangs on again, runs into much more trouble on the line this time. Stop is made, no gain. Brings up 4th down and short.
No gain on that carry. Gonna be 4th down and 2.
Defensive line for Newport just plugging the pocket. Caden DeCato with the tackle.
Trying to get the crowd involved here.
Ian Miller now the quarterback for these Green Giants. Miller drops back, passes short to Shepard. That's not going to be good enough to move the chains. Gabe Howe in with the stop, and it's a turnover on downs.
Now stopping the play there, dead in the track. Turnover on downs. Tigers taking possession here. Ball.
Gabe Howe was working hard on offense for the Tigers on their first drive of the quarter. Howe had a couple of carries, did end up fumbling it, and Brady got the fumble recovery. I'd say Gabe Howe makes up for it there. Getting the Tigers possession back just beyond their own 40-yard line.
Josh, are there more camera batteries? Because that camera just died.
You have to ask Coach. I don't have any.
Make sure you stay tuned at the end of this telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. Some chaos here for the Tigers as they struggle with the play call. It's Fellows under center. He hands one off to Kyle Ashley. He'll shoulder his way down the field around 9 yards. Wind picking up here in Newport. The Tigers will have it blowing straight in their face. Bishop Brady might get a little bit of help from it on passing plays. Ball currently sitting right on midfield, right at the 50. 2nd down and 1 from Newport. Fellows, the quarterback, under center. Howe comes in motion. The handoff here to Curtis, straight through the middle. Good for the first down as he's tackled at the Brady 42-yard line, it looks like. Here's one more look. McIntyre seems to be hurt on this play. Number 6 kind of rolled strangely off that tackle. Right now he's being real easy on that left arm of his. McIntyre was having himself a big game. He's the kicker and the punter for this team also. Hopefully he's able to find his way back into the action quickly for Bishop Brady.
First and 10, ball on the 41-yard line.
I don't see any, Coach.
Hey, let's call it. Run, pass, ball. Let's go.
First down and 10. Tigers ready to resume here. Fellows the quarterback. Urista and Ashley behind him. Howe goes in motion. The handoff to Ashley. He's got blocking on that far side. Needs to get beyond the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped. Talon Perkins, another tackle for him, his 4th of the game. Really nice job too by Perkins, because the blocking ahead of that play was going to be lights out for Newport. Ashley would have gained a massive amount of yards if it wasn't for Perkins getting in on that last tackle. Fellows takes the snap, hands another one off to Ashley. Ashley breaks by the initial contact by Miller, bobbles it and gets it back. This will make for a nice replay as Ashley picks up a gain of 6. Bishop Brady nearly getting another turnover on back-to-back drives. But Ashley right here as the ball pops loose. A little bit of panic, but he hangs on. You can see just for a fraction of a second how wide his eyes got as that one was just floating through the air. 3rd down and 4, Newport resuming here from the Bishop Brady 35. Fellows gets the snap, hands it off to Ashley. He gets the first down for Newport. Newport knew what he was going to bring to the table this season. After last year, Kyle Ashley's junior year, made the All-State team. Undoubtedly going to be a star in his senior season. And like the Prince who was promised, he continues to deliver these rushing plays to keep these Newport Tigers drives alive. Now it's a first down coming up. Ball on the Bishop Brady 27.
Keep your heads up. Let's play ball.
Fellows rolls one over to Ashley. He chooses the near side of the field. A bulldoze block is made by Kobe Curtis, and Kyle Ashley gets all the way up to the 1. Maybe the 2. Kobe Curtis is the hero on this play. Keep your eye on 23. Moving through, sets a huge block for Kyle Ashley right here. Todd Shepard gives chase, catches a stiff arm, but hangs with Ashley and brings him down just before the goal line. They're spotting this one on the 3. First and goal here for Newport with 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Fellows hands it off to Urista, punching through the center. Good for a Tigers touchdown. Now leading 20 points, over Bishop Brady. The score 27-7. One year on the extra point, a perfect 4 for 4 today for him so far. Emilio Urista, another look at his rushing touchdown. Look Look at the size of that pocket Urista had to punch through. The offensive line for these Newport Tigers, they've got some stars who can just make those highlight plays on offense, but so much of their success is coming off of that offensive line. Replay after replay, you'll notice the amount of space they make for their running backs. It's just massive. We kind of see that in professional football now with the NFL. Running back salaries are going down as the running back position is kind of less and less valued because more and more of that value is being placed on the linemen. Just the unsung heroes going to battle every single snap.
All the way down to the little kids. Coach Mack and company. They get to play here every weekend when they have home
Fournier's ready to kick this one down toward Bishop Brady. He'll go full length on this one. It's received down there by Miller. Catches this one in stride. Shepard sets a block for him. Miller gets by the 30, brought down at the 34.
turns the ball out to the 34-yard line. Bishop Brady starts there. Trailing 28-7.
Best kick return of the day so far for Bishop Brady. They've been running into trouble on a lot of these. Stopped before the 30 on 3 of them.
Summersworth coming away with the victory last night. They await the winner of this competition. Let's go, defense! Hey, Puka, Puka!
Move up, Joey. Good. Let's go.
Ian Miller ready to take this snap. He'll hang on to this one, looking toward the near side. Under pressure, fires it off. Shepard nearly able to catch that one. DePaula almost had the interception. Once the ball made its way through his mitts, Shepard was right there.
Clock here, 1:43.
This is twice now where Miller has been under immediate duress with a couple of Tigers just crashing straight toward him with just a half second to throw, and he fires off a pretty quality pass. That one was almost picked off, but ended up being in a pretty good spot for Shepard to make a catch.
Mirror, mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror, mirror.
Miller here takes the snap, looks toward the far side of the field to Shepard. This one's picked off. The Tigers get the ball back.
Kobe Curtis coming down.
It's Kobe Curtis with the interception.
Number 23. Having himself a great year.
And the Tigers right back to within striking distance. They'll have this at the 30.
Big possession here. Great starting spot. Ball on the
Pass intended for Shepard, just thrown a few strides behind him, and Curtis is there with the read. (28-7) Newport lead over Bishop Brady. Still feels like there's enough time in this game for Bishop Brady, but with a Tiger touchdown on this next drive, that could kill the confidence. Fellows hands one off here. It's Urista. Able to make some space after brushing off that first tackle, but Shepard sticks with it. Ends up bringing him down. It's going to be awfully close to that first down marker. And it will be good for the first down as they move the chains. Urista picks up an even 10 yards.
Hey, Jack! Jack, go in! In! Come on! Come on! Go get water! Go, Tigers! Go, Jack!
DePaula here, the quarterback for the Tigers. Takes the snap, hands one off. They crash through the near side again. It's Kobe Curtis. After getting the interception, he'll carry this one forward around 6 yards. One more look here as DePaula hands this one off. You can see that offensive line for Newport. Success after success in making space for their running backs. Got a member of Bishop Brady here down after that last play. Seems to be his right ankle. Might have rolled after that last tackle. One more look at that Kobe Curtis rushing play. Maybe we can see what happened near the line of scrimmage. And it definitely is that right ankle. Bishop Brady here trying to just hang in. 2nd down and 3 for these Tigers. Final 20 seconds of the quarter. DePaula takes the snap. He'll wheel around to the far side of the field. Arista sets a nice block, as does Howe. Not quite enough space for DePaula to squeak through. But he'll get inside the 10 and it'll be another Tigers 1st down. One more look here. 24, Arista with a great block on the Miller. And then Howe in on the 2nd block. Just enough space for DePaula to squeak through and get that 1st down. The clock does tick down into the 4th and final quarter. Newport lead over Bishop Brady, 28-7.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
9316.
Welcome back, everyone. 12 minutes are back up on the clock, and that is going to be all that remains in one of these seasons tonight. Newport are leading over Bishop Brady 28-7. Bishop Brady was making it real interesting in that 1st half, but the Tigers have started to assert their dominance a bit more in that 3rd quarter that was just played. The Somersworth Hilltoppers await the victor of this game in the state championship that will be played next Saturday at Laconia High School. And Newport are resuming here, 1st down and goal. They've got the ball on the 8. Snap is taking some crafty plays here as Gabe Howe gets the carry right off the snap. Not good enough for the touchdown, but a short gain. One more look, you can see that the Tigers are just doing everything they can to just muscle their way through with this running game. Now just 4 yards to go till the end zone is reached. Here on 2nd down, DePaula takes the snap, hands another one off to Howe. He'll scramble straight through the center. Ball was knocked loose. It looks like Bishop Brady has gotten this one right on the goal line.
Fumble on the play. Tigers turned it over.
Luke Jackson with the fumble recovery.
Set up shop though.
That's the 4th turnover of the game for these Tigers. Second turnover that was within 15 yards of the end zone.
Bishop Brady going to be inside the 1 as they get the ball. 11:16 to play here.
Bishop Brady now has it. Thanks to Luke Jackson, they've got it on their own 1-yard line. Have to be careful here about a safety again. Shepard's the quarterback in shotgun formation. He'll take the snap and fire one quickly. That one connects with Caleb Goldstein. Short gain on the play, but it gets them some breathing room from their own end zone.
Goldstein with the catch. Picks up the first down. Bishop Brady.
11-yard pass moves the chains down. Shepard takes the following snap. This time he'll be wrapped up near the line of scrimmage and windmilled down to the ground.
Brady Minkler with the stop.
So the Tigers with 4 turnovers today definitely know what they need to work on if they go into the championship game to play Somersworth. When they played Somersworth here in the regular season, they met them one time. The Tigers won 13-12. It was a 1-point game. Newport led 13-0, and then Somersworth were able to claw their way back in, even getting a pick 6 in that game. It was Tayshawn Shepard with the pick 6. As Todd Shepard takes this snap and whirls a pass down the far side of the field that is caught by Chase Thomas.
Brady comes down with it. Chase Thomas. That's good for a first down.
Newport's head coach John Proper has said time and time again how much he hates playing teams that pass the ball. That is where his defense struggles with, and it makes sense given how much success their offensive line has. You can just imagine those same linemen on defense, fantastic at stopping a running game. But when they play against a good quarterback who can release it quickly, like Shepard and Miller have done, that's when they start to give up some serious points. Doing well on defense, only having given up 7 so far, as another pass is caught down near the far side by the 30. It's Thomas again with the reception, back-to-back for him. That'll bring up 2nd down and 5. See if they stick with the passing plays here. Shepard looks over to his left, connects with Talon Perkins. Brought down just beyond the 30. Doesn't look like there was anything gained on that play. Screen pass over to Perkins, but Urista comes crashing through from the middle linebacker position, makes the tackle there. Shepard hangs on to this one, passes short across to Miller. Miller fumbles the ball, picked up quickly. I believe it's Urista with it. Wow. Watch 24 on this replay. He's able to just get that forearm in between the ball and Miller, and he just spins with it. About as clean of a strip of the football as you could possibly have. Urista just did an alligator roll with that thing. Came away with it. Just as Bishop Brady were starting to build some momentum too, connecting with those passing plays, getting their way down the field, making up 35 yards in a hurry on this drive. It's turned over and back in possession of the Tigers. DePaula takes the snap, hands one off to Kobe Curtis. Still on his feet through the middle. He picks up the first down.
Lack of workout day for that young man. Curtis grinding his way for
Curtis able to stay on his feet through this whole chaotic play filled with contact, has his legs wrapped up that entire time.
Curtis adding more to his stat sheet on the day. First and 10 Tigers.
First and 10, ball now on the 24.
24-yard line.
8:15 to play in the game. Paula hands one off to Urista. Urista will be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle made by Luke Jackson.
Luke Jackson and company.
One more look here. You can see Jackson came in from the right side of your screen, just read the play really well. Doing exactly what Urista was trying to do, just get his mitts on that ball and come away with it. Bishop Brady need a turnover. Time is ticking down. We've got to make up 3 touchdowns in 7.5 minutes. Timeout will be taken here.
Timeout on the field.
No other choice. Newport miscommunicating a few things, sending a couple of players out to the field who apparently didn't belong. They'll burn a timeout here to avoid any penalty. It's been a great game so far. For the semifinal, Kyle Ashley scored the opening touchdown on a carry. And then Newport scored back-to-back with Aaron Fellows connecting with Christian Forsyth on a passing play, the only passing touchdown of this game. Bishop Brady answered. They made it a 7-point game. Todd Shepard caught a pass off a rifle from Ian Miller. It was a beautiful one where Shepard had to leap up high to reel it in. Made it a 14-7 game, and then the Tigers offense has just continued to do what they do best. Their running game has seemed fairly unstoppable. Kyle Ashley scored a second touchdown, and Emilio Urista scored the most recent one. DePaula takes the snap. It was a bit off target. DePaula now has to scurry up this near side, and he's gotten loose near the sideline all the way to the pylon. Might have been stopped at the 1. It'll be 1st and goal with inches to go. That snap was off target. DePaula had to handle it as it was high and to his left, but just great blocking up the field as Gabe Howe is able to flatten one of those green giants and make all the space for DePaula to get just feet away from the goal line. This drive started thanks to Urista causing a fumble and collecting it himself all in one motion, and now it's DePaula here. Quarterback keeper straight through center. Good for another Tigers touchdown. 34-7, Newport lead over Bishop Brady with 6:44 to play. Urista first to celebrate. Always like to see in the touchdown replays which player saw it first. That was a big drive for Urista as well after recovering the fumble, causing the fumble, recovering it. Having a nice carry himself, and then finally it all comes to a 6-7 point reward for the Tigers, who now lead 35-7. One more look at DePaula, who just tries to leap over his center. He's able to get it. So it almost certainly looks like it will be Newport versus Somersworth in the state championship. A rematch from the 2022 championship game. Somersworth able to win that one. Somersworth actually had an incredibly long winning streak active before this season, meeting the Tigers. They hadn't lost a game since early October of 2022, riding straight through the state championship, and that streak finally was broken here in Newport by this Tigers team. Hungry for revenge against the Hilltoppers, and they'll get their wish in the state championship to meet them again. This kick lobbed shortly over to Caleb Goldstein on this near side. He's not able to get far. That's the purpose of that kick, just consistency, outnumber the returning team on special teams. And that was perfect. You can see that Aiden Cowett, who has had 3 tackles on special teams already to this point, finds his 4th. Can't wait to see what Aiden Cowett can do as an upperclassman. Just in his sophomore season, it seems like I'm always calling his name when we come and do these Newport broadcasts. Every time I see his name on the roster for the first time those days, I'm always just shocked that he's only a sophomore. Miller takes the snap. His pass is blocked. The ball is loose. That was in a passing motion. This will be a Tigers ball. Cam Nuremberg with a great read, just surprises Miller. Gets the hand up, swats it down, and is able to play it in front of him. Nuremberg, how about it? Immediately getting the ball back here for Newport. DePaula takes the snap, hands it off to Josh Seymour, his first carry of the game. Seymour, the freshman, gets his first touch in a playoff game here in the semifinal. Only good for a yard there as it brings up 2nd down and 9. Had a pocket for a moment and then just ran into a teammate there. I believe it was Lucas DeVore who was backed up. Straight into Seymour. Just over 6 minutes to play here in the semifinal. DePaula keeps this one. He's sacked for a big loss. Talon Perkins, his first sack of the game, but he's had a handful of tackles. Perkins having a great game on defense. That continues here with the sack. Loss of around 6 on that play for Newport. DePaula hands it off to Aiden Hodge, wrapped up on the line of scrimmage, trying to just motor his way down an extra couple of yards. That'll bring up 4th and long. Didn't quite make it to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 12 to go coming up for Newport. This may be just beyond the field goal range of Fournier. Looks like the offense is staying out there to go for it here.
Fourth and 12 Tigers on the 27-yard line.
See what Newport can come up with here as DePaula gets ready under center.
Timeout here on the field.
Newport takes a timeout. So they'll game plan this 4th and 12. Check out Echo Communications for all of your printing and mailing needs, the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. And on that schedule, you'll see our next live game features the boys and girls varsity basketball teams from Sunapee as the Lakers tip off their basketball season on December 12th at 4:54 p.m. hosting Mount Royal. You can watch that here at YCNnow.com by clicking on the live games and events icon, or on TDS TV 13 and channel 1013, as well as NCTV 8 on your local channels. Ready for the snap here on 4th and 12. DePaula under center takes this one, pitches it back. Seymour with the carry, scampering toward that far side, breaks one tackle inside the 10, nearly to the pylon, and he's going to be stopped just shy of a touchdown. Crowd loves Josh Seymour here in Newport. The freshman doesn't get a ton of varsity minutes, but he's a big part of the heart of this team. You can see why. The little guy breaking 3 tackles on his way to the corner. First and goal here. It's another handoff. They want to get Seymour a touchdown. It's going to be no easy task. The D-line there for Bishop Brady. Completely smother him on that following carry. Luke Jackson, another strong tackle for him. His 4th of the game. Caused a fumble as well. He's had a sturdy game on defense here for these Green Giants. As DePaula takes the next snap, it's another handoff to Seymour. Tries to juke his way by, but he is stopped again. Seymour gained 2 yards there. Brings up 4th and goal on the 1-yard line. You can see he just tried so hard to deke out Talon Perkins there. Trying to make that quick move to his left. I expect this to go to Seymour. DePaula under center, hands it off to Seymour. Can he get over the line? Shepard stops him in his tracks, and it's a turnover on downs. Seymour working hard that play. Had a fantastic 15-yard carry up the far side, but can't get the touchdown. Final 90 seconds here in this semifinal. Bishop Brady starting this drive deep in their own end. Or is this the Tigers offense still kicking here?
Timeout here on the field.
It is going to be 4th and 2 after this timeout. Tigers still with the ball. Minute 8 seconds to play. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat player of the game for the competitor that had the greatest impact on today's semifinal. And as this one winds down, we'd like to take another moment to thank our wonderful lineup of sponsors: Echo Communications, HR Clough Kearsarge Heating, Barton Insurance, LaValle Middleton Building Supply, Bubba's Bar and Grill, and additional support from North Cape Design Build. And if you or your business would like to support our programming, you can contact us at ycnnow.com. All of our contact info can be found at the bottom of the page. 4th and goal on the 2-yard line. DePaula ready to take the snap under center. Hands another one off to Seymour. They try to get him a touchdown. They try their best, but they come up just short as Seymour is stopped. Bishop Brady has the ball back following the turnover on downs.
I don't know where y'all gonna be next week, but I'm going to Laconia. Let's go!
Four scores. It's all about your mindset. Assuming that we're going to win 100 meters in 8 seconds times 3.
Shepard takes the snap. He'll hang on. Breaks one tackle. And then stopped. Blake Ploss in on the tackle, his first tackle of the game to stop Shepard. 45 seconds remain as the clock ticks down. Maybe one final play here in the semifinal.
Clock's gonna wind out here. Get on in line. Still stuff on sale if you want something at the end of this game. The proceeds always go back into the program, helping out Tigers football.
One last play as Shepard laces one downfield. That one incomplete. Talon Perkins, the intended receiver. The incompletion does stop the clock at 16 seconds.
Congratulations to our seniors going out victors here. Field, their last
Shepard gets the play from the sideline and heads over toward the huddle.
future looks bright as our underclassmen.
Bishop Brady step up to the line of scrimmage.
Numbers and strong throughout.
Shepard gets it. He'll hang on. One last run here for Shepard before being stopped by Blake Ploss. Not sure why the clock stopped there with Shepard being brought down inbounds. It does resume ticking down, and that does it here for the semifinal. Newport Tigers winning 35-7 over the Bishop Brady Green Giants. Tigers roll into the state championship undefeated, and they'll play Summersworth next Saturday in Laconia. Your H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game. None other than Kyle Ashley, wearing number 1 to start, 37 to finish. He had 2 rushing touchdowns today to help the Tigers en route to the victory. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you in December for basketball. Take care.